So I actually recorded this video already, but I hated it. What's going on, all my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people? Thanks for tuning in for another video. And in this one, we're gonna go over 3 mindset changes that can definitely help you reach that next level you're trying to get to. Because I went to edit it, and I tried this whole like sitting in my office and talking straight to the camera thing. And honestly, it was kind of garbage. I tried to like memorize what I wanted to say to you guys. And because my brain just doesn't work like that, it was just, you can see me looking off to the side, and it was just trash. And honestly, I feel like the best content I give to you guys is when I'm speaking just to you. As I've mentioned in past videos, I have to like dopamine load my activities. So I've got a favorite hat on, I'm sitting by baby girl, we're in the garage, Dilly's over here by me. And this just feels right. It may not be aesthetic, it may not be as professional as other people on the internet are, but here we are, and I'm here to give you guys some gold. So in this video, we're gonna talk about 3 mindset shifts or 3 activities that if you start to practice them on a regular basis, I promise you, your life will improve. You'll start to become the person you wanna be, and when you start to do these things on a regular basis, you'll literally see, think, feel a difference in your body, and it'll give you more courage to keep doing more. All right, so let me pull out my notes. You guys are gonna see me. I'm gonna reference my phone because I'm gonna get my topics out, and I'm gonna give you guys the examples and the stories that go along with it. That's not the right note, this one. All right, so item number 1. In order to have a breakthrough, something has to break. I've been using this phrase, this mantra, whatever you wanna call it, for a long time. And it started off with just like fitness things, but it really does apply to life. We are creatures of habit. It's literally in our genetics and DNA as a method of survival that if we can make things as predictable as possible, we now have energy to do something else. I'll give you a quick example. Tying your shoes. Most of us tie our shoes the way we learned, and that's just how we do it. Until one day you decide to tie your shoes different. What weirdo does that? This guy. Other things I've done to break my own cycle. I changed the way I write my 5s, and I've changed the way I write my 8s. Why? Because at some point, life got a little too monotonous and I had to break a cycle, and those things, they help to rewire your brain. They make sure that you can notice things outside of the norm instead of just being like, oh, this is the path, it looks the same, yada, yada. Now, more recently, the breakthrough I had was one with speaking to my dad. My parents got divorced when I was 5, and my dad went off, new job, different part of the state, got remarried, and that left some wounds in myself. Now, years ago, I already forgave him. I'm not looking for my dad to be my dad and to teach me how to ride a bike. Like, I'm a grown man. But what I am trying to do and why I am trying to fix my relationship with him is because I want to make sure that me and him have a great relationship so that he can have a better relationship with my son. Now, in doing so, we try to talk at least once a week. Sometimes we'll get a couple times. Other times, maybe we talk once a month. It's okay. But I've been having some conversations with him, and I've still been feeling like there was a lack of something. Like I was like, why? I forgave him and we're cool and I don't need him going forward, but something else is still eating at me, and it's still kind of a shadow or a percentage of my confidence that I'm not fully confident in. And then we talked the other day, and I tried to open up to him a little bit more, and the breakthrough I had was in FaceTiming him with Hatcher and doing a few other things. I noticed that he was saying that, yeah, I really want to be out there for Hatcher's birthday, and I want to get close to you guys. I want to be more regular with the way we talk. And the energy I began to feel was that he wanted to be in my life, and that was the ticket. You know, I live in a suburban neighborhood, so I know my neighbors. You got to give that, hey, how you doing, wave. Back to what I was saying. I noticed that I really needed that encouragement or that feeling of my dad wanting to be in my life just because of how like things kind of started off. And him saying that he was super proud of me, and he does that on a regular basis, but him being like, no, I'm gonna move what I can move to make sure that I'm there for these bigger moments, that changed everything. And that was a breakthrough for me. And where I said that something had to change, something had to break, was me trying to not attach to him, me trying to keep a barrier. Forgiveness is for yourself, it's not for them. Go ahead and write that down, it's a good one, let that marinate for a bit. But my process had to break of why I was even calling him. It was for me, it was for Hatcher, but it was also still to say, what mindset do I need to break in order to advance and move forward? And it was a huge breakthrough because now I know that it was external factors that took him from me, and he's made it perfectly clear that he's not gonna let those things be there anymore. So that's gonna be tip number 1. In order to have a breakthrough, something has to break, And these can be habits, these can be mindsets that don't serve you. Whatever it is, I need you guys to figure that out. And that's gonna bring me up to point number 2. Now, point number 2, genius and flow love solitude. And this is a thought process or a mechanic or a tool that really bridges the gap to you trying to become a different person or a better version of yourself or bring yourself some answers. Genius and flow love solitude. As I mentioned before, we have a lot of stimulus. From the moment we wake up, we've got alarms going off, we've got music in our ear. A lot of us will hop into social media or just the people around us saying things, and that's a lot of noise. It's a lot of attention we're having to put outwardly. One of the things I coach to a lot of my clients is the quality of sleep and getting a good amount of sleep. And reason being is that when you can get into your REM cycle, your body heals a lot better, a lot more efficiently, a lot quicker. When you can get into your REM cycle, you can actually take your short-term memory and kind of download it into long-term memory. Now, why do I bring that up? The reason your body can be so efficient at that is because you don't have the distractions of life. Even as I'm talking to you guys, I've got a street behind me, there's birds flying around, cars going by, and all those things are taking a little bit of a percentage from what I'm doing right here. So when I say genius and flow love solitude, I need you to put the phone away. Do not disturb that thing. I need you to, instead of going out on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, spend some time with yourself and a notepad or some low frequency music or some nature sounds and really just hear that inner voice. I'm gonna give you guys another quote, and this is one that I love as well. The universe whispers until it screams. Happy people listen to the whisper. Now, if you are always intaking loud noise and sensory things, there's no way that you're hearing that little whisper. And it's not until your life is screaming at you and you're panicked and your adrenaline spiked and your cortisol's all over the place where you go, oh my gosh, I need to change. You know, those signals were going off a long time ago. There was just too much noise and you weren't hearing it. So I need you guys to really invest in, once you've broken that cycle, or if you don't even know what needs to break to have that breakthrough, you got to spend some time just with yourself and ask those deeper questions of, what do I want my life to turn out to be? Who do I want to turn out to be? What is my ideal self, and what are the days I want? How do I want life to look? And then write those things down and spend time in that silence. Not just the first level answer, dig a little bit deeper. I ask clients all the time because they're saying, I want to be a lot more consistent. Cool. What does consistency mean? You know, holidays are consistent and that only happens once a year. Brushing your teeth is consistent and you should be doing that every day. If you do something once a week, that's consistent. So when you say, I want to be consistent, what does that mean? I want to maintain something. Cool. What does that maintenance mean? These are the questions you want to be answering in your solitude, not something that someone else told you. Obviously, take what I'm telling you because it's gold. But you do want to figure these things out by yourself, and you can't do it all the time if you're overstimulated by inputs. Now I'm going to bring up the third and final point, and that's going to be that Mother Nature and Father Time are undefeated. That seems kind of scary because, you know, you look back, and a lot of us may have some kind of moment of whether it's investing money or time where you pause and you go, man, if I would have shoved this under my pillow, or if I would have started working on this 10 years ago, I'd be so much further now. That is evidence that Mother Nature and Father Time are undefeated. And if you really start doing those daily things or weekly things or monthly things that are going to improve your life, you can almost put it on autopilot and just know that if I do this daily, if I set this standard for myself, I know that in a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, I'm going to be where I want to be because I've continually done something. Mother Nature and Father Time are undefeated, and that is such a pro of a thing because it doesn't mean that you have to be sporadically making these huge leaps. It's that 1% that you hear everybody talk about that makes a big difference over time. So I kind of want to wrap this up because I don't want this video to be too long, but I really want you guys to take these 3 things to heart and really start to practice them. And I'm going to keep reminding you of these different things. But the first one, in order to have a breakthrough, something has to break. I do. Second one, genius and flow love solitude. And that third, Mother Nature and Father Time are undefeated. If you can manage to chain those together and spend that time and really allow just what's going to happen with life to advance as it should, and you just go along doing what you need to on a daily basis, asking these questions and continually growing, you're going to be all right. And take it from me because I've been doing it and I'm doing pretty well. But of course, you need to define that for yourself. If you need help, go ahead and drop down below in the description. You can book a discovery call with me. You can pick up my blueprint or any way else I can help you. I want to, so drop it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more and like this video. Share it with somebody who could use some words of advice. And don't forget to be the best you, because the world needs that. I'll catch you in the next one.